Aloha and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Aloha and this is going to be my first makeup tutorial showing you what I do for my basic looks. I've already washed my skin. I've cleansed it. I use the Dr. Bronner's facial soap, and then I go ahead and use witch hazel to tone. And then for my moisturizing, I just started using this Honest brand face and body lotion, which I follow up with my own brand of essential jojoba oil that is infused with frankincense, ylang ylang, and lavender. So I'm gonna start to go ahead and prime my face. Today I am using the Hard Candy Coconut Water Primer Stick. I love this one because it's hydrating, and I feel like applying this makes my makeup go on smoother. And then I just use my fingers, my hands, since I haven't washed my hands. Oh, sorry about that. And I go ahead and just rub it in. I'm also going to go ahead and use for my under eyes, just to prime just the under eyes, the Hard Candy Sure Instant Envy. And this one, it has a nice metallic tip, and just put a little product. Just to kind of, for myself, I have combination skin, but it also depends on the weather. So sometimes it can go ahead and be like really dry at times, which my under eyes are really dry. So I definitely need the extra hydration, especially since I'm going to be applying products over skin. To let that go ahead and dry, so I usually like to do my eye makeup first. I feel that it's a lot more comfortable for myself to do that and then do my full face. So I'll go ahead and apply the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer on my lids, and I'm gonna go ahead and start my eye look. I usually just apply my primer onto some concealer brush, maybe like about that much, and I probably will use this for both my eyes. And as you can see, my eyebrows are tattooed in for color, but they are fading. I have done them, I believe it's probably going to be about 1 year already, and I've done them twice. I am debating whether or not I want to go back and do it again, or if I want to just continue to fill them in, which hasn't been a problem for me. Now I'm just going to go ahead and set that with a really light color. Today I'm going to be using the Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas palette that she came out with. I absolutely love this palette. Here are the colors. So I'm going to take the shade here, apply that all over my lid to set the primer. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a blending brush. This one is by e.l.f. I believe it was like a holiday collection. Just going to dip into that, tap off the excess, and go ahead and set that primer to get ready for the eye look. This was a step I never used to do. I thought it was just okay to go ahead and put eyeshadow on the eyelids, and then I would wonder why my colors wouldn't come out and they just wouldn't pop. I'm gonna go into the brown color called Bomb Diggity here in the palette. It's this one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and start my transition color, my crease. I have hooded eyes, so my eye looks, I have to aren't really, how would I say, over the top, only because you won't be able to see majority of my eyes. So I usually like to do almost a smoky eye look. I think maybe I'm gonna change it and do something darker. You know what? I'm gonna take the color out the other, which is almost like a dark purple. I'm gonna apply that all over to my eyelids. I'm not gonna do my crease for any type of transition. Let me just go ahead and grab, I have this MAC brush, which is very old. I think it's like about 15 years old, so I don't remember what the number is. So I'm going to take that darker color. So again, for my eye look, because of my eye shape, I do mostly do smoky looks. If you notice I'm looking up, it's just because I have a mirror right above this camera. I love Laura Lee's palette. All the colors are highly pigmented. I only dipped into this color once, and basically, if you can see, I feel the color just paid off immensely right away. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into the same color, top off any excess. And then I just usually go ahead and apply it in a dome shape, following my eye shape into the crease. And that's it. I'm not worried about it being perfect or the lines being perfect, because we will go ahead and start to blend the next color. So I'm going to take now the Real Techniques blending brush here, and I'm going to dip into the color Cray Cray, which is right here. I'm going to do a slow transition and use this, tapping off the excess of course, and then just start to soften up those edges there. Which soften that up nicely. So as you can tell by the look starting to already come out, the reason why I do mostly smoky look. If not, you would not be seeing anything on my eyelid. So right now I'm just softening up the edges of that purple color, just going back and forth with that color Cray Cray, which is so beautiful. I love this blending brush by Real Techniques. I'm gonna go ahead and do this eye. Start blending and softening up the lines here. I have brown color eyes, and for some reason I am so drawn to the purples and blues. There we go. I think I'm going to go ahead and go into Bomb Diggity, the next brown color there, just to now go ahead and soften up right above that crease color. I'm just going to go ahead and take another blending brush. This brush right here is actually, this one is actually my favorite blending brush by Bedelium Tools. I'm going to take the lighter color Bomb Diggity, top off the excess from there, and then lightly just blend that top color Cray Cray so that I can get ready to apply the highlight. I've loved the makeup ever since I was a girl. Never really properly knew how to put it on. Kind of figured it out on my own, but I did get a lot of helpful tips along the way. So I'm pretty happy how it turned out here. I'll put in highlight after I place the foundation. I'll be going back to her palette to use probably this color here, Scatterbrain, to place on the inner ducts. So let me put this on the side for now. And for some reason I'm holding two brushes. I'm going to take this concealer brush and just dust away any of the excess that I have under here. I usually would use a baby wipe to actually dust off any excess. I don't have much fallout, but I usually get it right here at the corners. Okay, just fix myself here. Now for foundation. So my face feels definitely ready for the foundation, which I'm happy about. I have been loving the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. I am in the color 330 Toffee. I just realized I don't have my powder with me, so I'm gonna go ahead and shake this up. I usually start off by dabbing just a few dots on my face, everywhere. And then we get to blending. And this is more of like a medium coverage, I believe. So when I apply the foundation, I try not to go my under eyes because I'm going to be placing concealer and I don't want that crazy harsh look. And then we'll just bring it down a little. Oops. Sorry, I put a head wrap on my head today because my hair looks crazy. See, so it's not a crazy heavy coverage, but not too light. Right now I'm working with natural sunlight. I have no lighting whatsoever going on right now, so I'm sorry if the colors look kind of weird. So I'm trying to get this done before the sun sets. Okay, we're good. Before I set the face, we'll go ahead and do concealer. I just bought the Maybelline Age Instant Rewind Concealer, so I'm going to go ahead and try that. I usually have a MAC concealer, but it's not working that great for me right now. Actually, I need to find myself a brush here. I'm going to go ahead and take this brush here. I got a set off of Wish, and most of them are kind of like concealer brushes. So let's see. I've only used this concealer just a couple of times. I don't put this product directly on my eye because it's actually a lot that comes out at the same time. So what I do is I twist it until the product peeps up the top there, and then I go ahead and take my brush and just dab into it and pull it off. So this concealer looks like it has very much of a pink undertone, which I think I'm more of a yellow. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix my MAC. So I have this MAC concealer in NC42. Give that a good. This one I'll go ahead and just try to put a couple dots on it. And then it really looks like it's kind of setting fast, so I'm gonna actually use my beauty blender, the smaller tip side, to blend it out. Now I'm not a huge concealer fan, so that's why you won't see me putting it in these areas. I just don't feel like I need it in those areas. Actually, I think this is a good mix. The Maybelline and the Maybelline has a good coverage. The MAC just helped with the undertone color. As you can tell, my skin tone itself is not dark, but not tan. I am Hawaiian, so of course we are what they would consider brown. And right now, I work outdoors, so I'm just blending the concealer right now on the foundation. So I work outdoors, so I also do get tanned. So let me put this brush away. Okay, so we can go ahead and start to set. I will be right back. I need to get my powder, or let me see what I can use here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and use my, well, Studio Fix seems a little too heavy. What else do I have here? I'll be right back. And I'm back. Thank you for waiting. So normally when I use my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, I will use the matching powder, and I love it. Let me just get these. But I have my MAC Mineralized Finish in Medium Tan. That's my color there. So I'll go ahead and set my face. I just got these brushes for Christmas gifts, so this Real Techniques. Thank you, Steph. So go ahead and just pick up some product, and then I'm just going to go ahead and just push it in. Look at that, my hair. Just lightly doing my face. I'm going to actually contour and set my under eye with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Just a little side note about me, I am a couponer as well, and I love looking out for deals. So actually I picked up this palette from TJ Maxx for $24.99. It's legit, it's authentic. The only difference is that the packaging on the inside is different. If you were to pick up, I believe is it the 2017 or 18 version. It's just that now the pads for the current ones, the new ones, are replaceable. So this basically is the old packaging for half the price. Contour, contour. Where did my contour brush go? Okay, I've been using this other Real Techniques brush here for contouring. So in the Shade and Light palette, I'm going to pick up this middle color here called Shadow Play. And I guess maybe I'd call it more so I'm bronzy. I'm dark already, so for me to add more darker color, it's not that bad. And I don't do it too deep when I'm using this, just because, again, I am darker. And again, I'm picking up that contour bronzing, just bringing it to the back, to the hairline. So it's not like I'm not going for like a super contoured, let me chisel the shit out of my face look. It's just, you know, again, just wanting to just define just a little bit. See, and then for my under eyes, I'm going to take the middle banana color here and then go ahead and just brush that in. I do this very quick because I don't like a super bright under eye, just enough to like make me look awake. So I'm gonna like tap in and then just like dust. So again, just tapping in to set that concealer and then just dusting away, and then taking my brush, going back into my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and then just kind of like blending the colors there. for contour, let's see, just do a light nose contour again. Something I don't really do, but yeah, it's fun. I just need to pick the right brush. I have a lot of brushes here, and then I just go ahead and try this e.l.f. one. So for my nose, I might pick up like maybe the darker color, but only tap into it once. I'm going to bring it from my eyebrows, come down. I'm not really like a, oh my god, my nose is crazy kind of person. So what I'm doing right here is just blending that contour up into my eyes, especially my brows, just so that it will look a little bit more dimensional. See? Not a crazy contour on my nose. Again, I'm not really like a, oh my god, my nose. It's just a very little bit connecting to my brows, and then that's it. For blush, my favorite blush, I try a lot of blushes. I love blush, but my favorite of all time is the MAC Millerized Blush in the color Gentle. And then I have for my blush, I have the MAC 129SH brush right here, and I just go ahead and swirl and tap into it, tap off any excess. For myself, I don't know, I smile and then I place it on the apples of my cheeks. I feel like it applies better for me, and then I just bring it up to the temples. Just like that. And then if I have any excess, I'll go ahead and bring it up here as well. So it's not a crazy color blush. I feel like it's natural looking for myself. So far color is looking good to my neck. Now for eyebrows. So this, usually I will go ahead and use the Benefit Cabral. So I do have the pomade and I love it. I used to be an avid fan of the pencil version, and I had both. I have this one and then the skinnier one. I forgot what they're called. And so this is the first actual pomade type that I've ever used, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'll go ahead and do my eyebrows. I just dip into it. So I just dip into the product. I wipe off the excess on the sides. And then I usually start at the end part of or the middle or the arch part, and then I work my way to the end, the tips, and then I'll use whatever excess to fill in the front. And I start to just kind of like bring it down. I do have hair in my brows, so I mean, I do have a lot of hair for someone who decided to tattoo, but I just, you know, didn't want to have to wake up. And I love the beach. So waking up with brows that look full already or filled in is what I was going for. So that's pretty much it. And I'm going to go ahead and brush the product through. I love doing brows. I feel like brows are like the essential part of your face. It totally just frames your face and it's like the absolute necessary. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next side. Go ahead and dipping in, picking up product, and then let's work then. And then I just follow the hairs of my natural brows. I never tweeze or have ever had them wax the top of my brows because I like the shape. So I usually would just feather and hair strokes. There we go. That back. Something real quick that I also found at TJ Maxx that I absolutely love is this Beauty Concept brand, this black slate brush color swap pad. Basically, run your brush through it after use, and then it's clean. It's good for those in-betweens that you don't have time to. Where did my spoolie go? Here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and brush the product through this. I know on camera this one in the front probably looks a little bit bare, but I think it could be the lighting. There we go. So after brushing the product through, my hairs are kind of like in place. Then what I do is I love the Benefit Ready Set Brow. I am trying to look for a drugstore version that is just as good. Any suggestions are more than welcome. I'm even contemplating using regular mascara gel. So for this, what I do is I brush it through the hairs of my eyebrows, making sure to get every part of it. And then I kind of position my brow hairs. So in the front, I like that like swept up look for your front of your hair. And then the rest, I kind of like just position using this. Since I have long brow hairs, this is like a must, because then during the day they won't move. So again, on my right side, just brushing through the hairs and then keeping this front up, and then I'm just bringing the rest down to follow the natural shape. And then I'm done with the brows. I'm not a big, I don't use lashes a lot. I'm really not good at applying it, so I'm not going to apply it in this video. I basically just use a curler and mascara. But I do want to share my two most favorite mascaras of all times. I will buy mascaras if a new one comes out all the time. I'm a mascara junkie. I love it. But every time I buy a high-end mascara, I end up going back to number one. This is my number one ride or die. And then this is my second. I was never a fan of the waterproof type, but since the type of work I do, this is like fabulous. But so today I'm going to use the Great Lash. Oh, and before I forget, we need to do the highlight. So what I like to do is, my favorite highlight the last few months has been the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter here. I just love the formula. I love the color, and I think for my skin tone, it's just the perfect match. What I've been doing to figure out how the highlighter will look nice on me is I've been taking my damp beauty sponge here, and I just go ahead and I dip right into the product like so, and then you'll see it'll pick it up lightly. I don't need to do a lot. Then what I do is I just go ahead and I press it in to, and then voila, look at that. And then if you want to keep adding more and building, just keep picking up product and building. But the first attempt already looks like it's melted. No highlight. Bam, Maybelline Master Chrome. So I'm going to go ahead and finish and put it on the other side. So again, wet beauty sponge, dip it into my product, and just applying wherever you want to put highlighter. And then I will go ahead and do the same thing on the bridge of my nose. And then depending, this is usually will be the only 2 spots, 1, 2, 3 spots that I will do highlight. Sometimes I'll go ahead and do my lip. So we'll just try the lip today. And then, okay, that looks kind of crazy. I think I'm gonna blend it out. Okay, that looks a lot better. and then just dab on it. The reason why I don't put it everywhere else, like up here or here or here, is because I'll get very oily, and that'll just be like a crazy mess. But I think I'm going to tone down this nose one here real quick. So I just use the butt part of the blender. And then I go ahead and just blend whatever product I have on my face to kind of like have it just feel like it's melted in. Okay, so that's done there. So that's my little trick that I use for a highlighter. And then, like I mentioned, we're going to go back into the Laura Lee palette. Let's go ahead and get a pencil brush and go ahead and apply that color Scattering, which is a kind of a gold color, into the inner corners, just to give it a little pop. And there we go. I could probably put some of this right there on my brow bone as well, just to give my eyebrows a little wake up. So again, I look off from the Laura Lee palette. Love her. I think she's funny. I think she's hilarious. Final step. Oh no, sorry, not final step yet. Let's see. We're moving on to the lips. Let's see, where did I put my lip products? I have this here. Okay, so I actually do have a lip liner that I think I just lost. I'll be right back. Let me go see. I had a MAC lip liner that I was going to use for this look, but I can't find it, so we'll go ahead and substitute with the NYX Brown Cafe liner and go ahead and apply it. I swear, the faces you make when you apply makeup, it's hilarious. Well, for myself, I laugh at it all the time. So I usually would just leave my lips lined like this, and I picked up the Maybelline lipstick. Color is Touchable Taupe number 940. I just love this color when I saw it. It's kind of like a nude dark brown, which matches me because the color of my lips, the tone is dark, so very nude colors that are beautiful do not match me. So go ahead and place this on. So it's almost like a sheer brown. And that's it for the lip. Real easy, real easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to decide whether I want to use my Smashbox primer water or my Fix Plus to go ahead and spray my face. First, I think I need to dab this highlighter, this nose. Okay. We'll go ahead with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This will just go ahead and set everything, melt everything into you to look more natural, and any powder that you laid on will go ahead and just disappear and just melt into your skin. And then we can go ahead and start doing my lashes, and that will complete the look. I'm gonna go ahead and curl. So my favorite all-time curler is the Shui Uemura eyelash curlers. I hold it for like about 10 seconds and then I'll let it go and I'll do the next side. Now this I can do in my sleep. I can apply mascara in my sleep. Totally love this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a small mirror so I can I just get close to the base of my lashes and then go ahead and work it up. If you're asking why I do this very, very last, because this is the absolute last thing, is because my lashes naturally are long. Once I put spray any type of setting spray, I have to be very careful. If not, I will get mascara from just blinking all over the place. Do you see that difference? Oh, let me get a little closer. Curling, mascara, no mascara. Which is, so now you can kind of see why I don't really use falsies. A lot of people ask me, oh my gosh, when did you get your lashes done? You know, since lash extensions are such a big thing now. I'm like, I didn't. They're like, what? Well, what do you have in your eyes? I just tell them I curl them. And this mascara right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the bottoms. So for the bottoms, I think I probably should have put on the waterproof one. So do you see how this eye looks with mascara on the top and bottom? I'll go ahead and dip. Almost there, guys. Thank you for hanging in. I've never done a video before, let alone thinking that I could do a talk through, and didn't realize that it'd be almost 40 minutes long. So hopefully you made it through. If not, if you skipped through, fine with me as well. Just glad that I was able to share this experience with you. And there we go. So this is the final makeup look. I hope you all enjoyed it, and let me know what you think down below. I am in the process of getting an actual camera to do better videoing, and that way I can bring out better content to you. Mahalo so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Aloha.